Hi everyone, welcome to episode 1 of a little series I'm going to call Life is Strange. I'm going to be doing this on the Blockheads world because fuck it. I just recorded this episode and I finished it until I realized my headphone jack was completely screwed up and it recorded all of the footage, not a single bit of sound, so I'm kinda pissed. Tonight is not exactly a good night. And we're just going to go through and point out why life is strange. I'm going to try to go through this the same way I did the first recording. Anyways, start off randomly. When I was really young, I was like 9. Me and my friend Jesse, who's basically like one of my other brothers, he's one of my mom's ex-best friend's kids. He's an amazing person, and hope he's doing okay if he ever sees this. But anyways, we were scurrying around in our backyard here at my place right now, and we were pushing each other back and forth, and there was this metal Tonka truck between us. And I pushed a little bit too hard. He backed up and I fell on the Tonka truck. Cut a nice 1/4 of an inch hole into my kneecap. Blood everywhere down to my leg. It was bad. Mom brings me inside, cleans it up, hydrogen peroxide and everything. And bandages it up. And now every time I get hurt nowadays, or whenever I'm talking about injuries nowadays, I bring that up and show them the hole I have in my knee. Which, it's fun. Seeing people's reaction to it is cool, but the hole used to be much, much deeper, and as the years have gone on, the hole keeps slowly filling in, which sucks, I have to say. And getting hurt sucks ass. But yeah, tonight hasn't been exactly fun. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah. I'm happy my mom was there to fix up my knee because, well, I was 8 or 9. I had no idea how to do first aid. Which I don't really know what I would do without my mom. She's an absolutely amazing person that cares a bit too much about everyone, which I'd have to chalk up to a weakness and a strength for. And that's only half the parents. My dad, he's smart, wise, caring, courageous. He's everything that I wish I could be, that maybe I am, I just don't see it. They haven't been together since like 2006, and for the longest time I wish they would get back together, but it was kind of a pointless struggle to try to talk them into it because apparently there was just too many differences, too many fights, which, yeah, relationships are weird. Do we get into relationships because we're programmed to push the species further and have kids? Maybe. Do we do it because we're pack animals and we like the companionship? Maybe. Could be. I usually go with the latter because being alone sucks. That's kind of what I am at the moment. Everyone's sleeping, taking breaks, in other states. Stopped talking to me a long time ago. I stopped talking to a long time ago. Some of my best friends I've had to completely shut out of my life because they got a little bit too into my life. The worst one was just a few months ago. Thought he could govern my relationship. Yeah, don't do that. Especially when I haven't met either of them in person. which, try not to take advice from people you have never been in the same state with, let alone same part of the country. Yeah, relationships are... I try to understand them. I've been in 3, and they... 2 of them I regret entirely. Number 3, best decision of my life, which is all because I met her because I decided to play sick on the last day of school. Because I didn't want to do any of the goodbyes or anything, and I was like, screw it, last day, I might as well stay home and play Minecraft. But, the first one, she was the daughter of my mom's best friend at the time, and they were living in our apartment, like, not the building, like, in our apartment, because they didn't really have a house at the time, and I was, like, 13 or 14, so I was like, oh, I'll have a girlfriend, that's cool. It never went anywhere other than us sitting in my room playing Minecraft all day on my PS4. And that went on for a few months, but never went past that. Which, she broke it off because she said it was too long distance after they moved out. They moved to a house 10 minutes walking distance down the road, which, absolutely hilarious. Current thing, amazing number 3, lives in California, Southern California. I'm in middle of Minnesota, so I'm kinda, you call it 10 minutes walk, long distance. Good luck with that. But that was like my first experience in relationships, which it didn't turn out well, didn't turn out bad, but I'm happy it ended. Number 2 was an absolute mistake. She was my childhood best friend from the time I was like 6 to the time I was 8. Actually, no, from the time I was 3 to the time I was 8, so a good 5 years of us being right next to each other because our moms were best friends, and, well, that was that. I moved away in 2nd grade, come back a few times, moved to other places, and the next time I see her is in sophomore year. Because I moved back to Coon Rapids, back to here, in November of 2017, and I see her in one of my classes, and I'm like, oh my god, it's blank. I'm not saying her name because confidentiality, and I try not to remember her. But, I was too nervous to say anything, and, she, the first time I actually talked to her again, I finally worked up the courage on the first day back from Christmas break. I'm like, hey, do you recognize me? And she's like, oh my god, Tim, you're not dead. And I'm like, well, no shit. It was hilarious. We got caught up and everything, and eventually it turned into a relationship, which, bad idea. She was absolutely out of her fucking mind. Cheated on me 7 times, disappeared twice, police had to find her, she was into drugs, smoking, regularly drunk. She was my first kiss, which, fuck, I regret that. Because, she bet that I would never kiss her one day, and then the next day, she came in drunk, and that was the day I decided to just run with it, and, well, she didn't remember it at all. So, yeah, wasn't fun. But yeah, she on me, got pregnant, and then her and all her friends sent me death threats, and then turned half the school against me for saying I had abused her and shit. It's like, we never saw each other outside of school. Where am I abusing you? Which, yeah, never happened. But that was my first real experience, other than just sitting around playing Minecraft. But, next one, amazing number 3. I don't even really need to get into because, well, I've told that story to most everyone. But yeah. Relationships are just the weirdest thing because they can either make you feel like you're invincible, or they can make you feel like you're less than dirt. And I'm lucky to be in one that makes me feel like both because, well, she's my strength and she's my weakness. She's the poison, she's the antidote. It's the best way I can put it. It's hard to explain, but she's made me realize. She made me realize that I can't put every single bit of effort I have into her all the time, because I've been burning myself out, which not good, trust me. And you gotta keep putting firewood on the fire, or else it's not gonna keep everyone warm. If you know what I mean. Which, yeah, I understand that. So yeah, life has just been really up and down for me. Pretty much ever since I first moved out of Coon Rapids when I was 8, middle of 2nd grade. Went to Cambridge, and then went through the last half of 2nd grade, and then up to 4th grade, and then I moved out of Cambridge, back to Coon Rapids, went through all of 5th grade, and then half of 6th, and then I moved to Isanti, which is literally right next to Cambridge. Finished 6th, 7th, and 8th in middle school in Isanti, and then for the first half of 5th grade, I was in Blaine, and then my mom moved us back to Coon Rapids, so I finished 5th grade. But yeah, from Santee, I fished out junior year in the Cambridge Isanti High School, and from there I moved back to Coon Rapids again, and here I am ever since 2017. I've had 2 relationships while I've been here. My mom has gone through 2. My dad's gone through 1. I've gone through 4 dogs. Two of them I grew up with. Spike, a black lab. He was my best friend. I fucking miss him. He passed away in November of 2017, which the month I got back into school. And then Gizmo, he was a miniature pinscher rat terrier, but he was really old, but he was funny. He was a crotchety old man, but he definitely knew what he was doing. And Spike passed away first, and that hit everyone really, really bad, especially me, because Spike slept in my room. He listened to me. He was everything I wished I could have had out of a friend at the time. And then Gizmo, he passed away a few weeks later, either from old age or from heartbreak. I have no idea, because those two were basically brothers. They did everything together. Got through, let's see, 3 cats, maybe 4. Because when we moved back down here, my aunts, or my Uncle Stewie's and his wives' 2 cats were still here, and then we brought back my cat Hope and my mom's cat Midnight, which we got Hope when I was 5, and my mom found Midnight when we were living in Cambridge. She was a stray. We brought them with us, so it was 4 cats at the time. And because Miss Kitty was my uncle's cat. She's all black. We still have her. She's very vocal. You touch her, you look at her, you even think about her. She's like, meow, which is hilarious. Caramel, she was already really old when my aunt and uncle got her. So, but she was fun. Very frail, but very, very soft and very cuddly. She was medium-length hair, black and orange. Well, mostly black with little orange spots all over. She was fun. Actually, up in Isanti, we also got Shadow. He's black and white, male. My mom got him for one of her clients that she was doing home care for. And then he passed away. So it was just, we had Shadow. He's still here. He's maybe 7 or 8. Oh, 5 or 6 maybe. But Caramel, she passed away. Caramel, because we have Caramel and we have Caramel. Caramel passed away, which was the old, frail, black and orange one. And that sucked ass. She passed away, I think, right after, or a little bit before Spike did. So it was like 3 of the most adorable pets we had, one after the other. It fucked us up bad. It was first Caramel, then Spike, then Gizmo. I grew up with all of them, so it sucked. Spike and Gizmo hit me the worst though, because we had Gizmo before I was born, and then Spike, we got him in 2002. He passed away in 2017, so he was an old dog, but God, he was active. He was fun. He never lost the puppy mentality. After them, the next pet he lost was it would be Midnight, actually. Last year, December of last year. Apparently she had some weird heart condition that no one picked up on. She lost all circulation in one of her legs. She was having a hard time getting around, was just kind of there, I guess. And my mom took her into the vet, had her looked over, brought her home so we could say goodbye, and then brought her back to the vet, had her put down. We had to bury her in frozen ground. And Midnight was my mom's baby, other than her 3 kids. She loved that cat so much. And it was heartbreaking seeing that. It was on the same level of when my uncle passed away, my Uncle Stewie, because that was my mom's baby brother. And he was only 30. Brain cancer is a bitch. He fought for 5 long years. And he made every single one of those years the best he could. After Midnight, just earlier this year, about 6 months ago, my mom went and picked up Tigger, which you guys have probably heard me talk about on Begrudged. Little 3-legged cat, still barely out of being a kitten. She was jumping around, she was fun as hell. Cutest cat ever, except for Hope and Midnight. Anyways, a few months ago, Tigger, which is the first cat I ever got to name, first pet I ever got to name. She started having serious issues with one of her eyes. It was all swollen, like bulging out of its socket. One of her nipples was being weird and all swollen stuff. Brought her in. Apparently she had chlamydia, which makes no sense. From there, turns out it's actually eye cancer and not chlamydia, and stomach cancer down her stomach area. So we had the So we had her put down, which 3-legged, false diagnosis of chlamydia, and then you get cancer twice, and before she's even 2 years old. Who fucking deserves that? My family has a really bad history of things getting ended just as they were beginning. Just the most amazing things ending. Being cut horribly short before we can even see the fucking... before the rose is even fucking blossoming. Stewie passing away in 2014 at 30. I mean, he was an absolute genius. He was compassionate. He was active. He was going to school so he could actually diagnose people with cancer and stuff, and then he gets hit with it. It's a cruel irony. And then Tigger, it sucks. Right after Spike and Gizmo, maybe early 2018, I was very adamant, like, there is no dog or cat or anything that's going to replace Spike and Gizmo, but everyone was like, oh, we're going to get another dog. It's like, I'm still fucking grieving, guys. I was still cleaning the fucking dog hair out of my room. But no, that's when we went and got Chase. He's a pit bull black lab mix, and he's dumb and young, but whatever. And then middle of last year, late last year, we got Cody, who's still kind of a puppy, although now he's quite a bit bigger than Chase. I have no idea what kind of dog he is, though. Yeah, so at this... Oh, and then my mom got a support cat named Caramel for my brother Caden, and he loves her, she don't love him. She don't really love anyone. But whatever. She's very cuddly when she wants to be, and horribly vicious when she doesn't want to be. So right now it's Chase and Cody, Hope, my baby, my cat, Miss Kitty, Shadow, Pumpkin, which is my mom's boyfriend's cat, which she's kind of an asshole. Just a crotchety asshole, likes attacking other cats. And, Caramel. And that's all the major pets we have, except for my mom's 2 chinchillas, and I don't even remember their names, and my mom dropped, like, I think it was $2,000 on both of them one day. She brought me with and everything. It's like, Jesus Christ, Mom, we're already strapped for money, and you're buying these fucking kangaroo, rat, squirrel, rabbits. What the hell? But nobody could really fight it. It was her money, her choice. Yeah. Pets. We have a long history of absolutely amazing pets in this family. Hope and Spike they'll always be mine. My little fluffy best friends. Hope, she's, as much as I hate to think about it, she's getting old. She's kind of slowing down, but she's still one of the most active of our cats. And, I only hope that my girlfriend can meet Hope before she passes away. That's one of my main pushes to get my girlfriend here as fast as possible, because I want her to meet our pets before it's too late. I want her to meet my grandparents before it's too late. We got a lot of very old people and pets in my family, and it hurts saying that, but most time I can have with them the best. Although, selfish me, I don't take that time all that seriously, which I fucking hate myself for. I don't spend nearly as much time with my grandparents as I wish I would, but I just can't really seem to push myself towards it. Yeah. Life is strange. Yeah, I'm pissed off at the moment. I'm fucking depressed. Like I said earlier, tonight is not the night. If someone tried picking a fight with me, I would have no restraint at all. I've never been in a fight, and I'd be doing everything I can just to get their face in the concrete. I really wish life would let up on my family once in a while, because the last few years have just been nothing but heartache after heartache after failure after failure. We don't really have any major successes to speak of. No brand new houses bought, no shiny new cars, no new kids, no marriages. We've just been in this dead in the water phase, which it sucks, but we're just kind of coasting. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap this episode up. This has been Life is Strange with... I'm Tim. I'm Timothy Wones. And, yeah. Don't let life get you down just because things aren't under your control. Don't let it get it down because things are under your control. Mistakes will be made, and sometimes you can't really say anything about it, but the best you can do is just keep working with it. I have one goal in my life right now, and that's just to spend the rest of my life with her. And I'm gonna chase that, but she made me realize that, I have to put time into myself. You can only be selfless so much until yourself is less. You just you start losing yourself in everything you do for someone. I've seen that happen over the course of the last 5 years. It's my dad. He put every ounce of himself into his last relationship, and it may not have worked out as everyone would have wanted, but I'm happy it ended how it did. There was a lot of fights between them, but at least they're still friends. I still have my brothers and sisters. Life sucks sometimes, but it has its great moments too. Ain't life strange like that?